I just think about that. I mean, that is a rookie player having to say that about his head coach who got fired yesterday. And Ninko, when we brought this up at our meeting this morning, I thought you had the best response.
Yeah, people are in jail for stealing less money than Urban Meyer. Like, hear me out on this. A football player, you're trying to get a contract, and they only guarantee half. If you're a coach, you could come in, sign the contract, I don't know, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100 million, and it's all guaranteed. All of it. You would think as an owner, you'd say, okay, maybe we shouldn't guarantee these coaches' contracts unless they're good and they win a lot of football games for me or take me to the playoffs or change the trajectory of my organization. But no, they have multiple coaches on multiple contracts being paid multiple years after they're gone. And it makes no sense. And yes, I understand. Somebody say, well, Ninko, that's the running backs get paid and then they don't play well.
Right.
Well, they're out there on the field and they're taking the damage and they're getting hit in the head and they're getting beat up and bruised and risking their long-term health to go out there and play. Coaches, they're risking some sleep and time because that's what they work their butts off in the room, in the facility for a long time. You don't see them much. But if they're not good, why pay them so much money?
Well, so that's one way of looking at it. This, however, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, or at least I understand what you're saying, but this was a disaster of a whole other level, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of bad decisions and bad moves and bad hires and bad outcomes over the years, Dan Graziano. This has got to be right up near the top.
I mean, to not finish your first year, I mean, like, think about the number of things that had to go wrong. You know, you go back to the offseason and the hiring of the strength coach that had all that. Here we go. This is it. Everybody can just read it. It culminates this week with the accusation from Josh Lambo about physical assault, and that was too much for the team to bear. But the other thing to remember is he showed no positives amid all these negatives, right? There was nothing to recommend keeping him. They're 2-11 or whatever the record is.
2-11.
Hasn't shown any ability to be a difference maker. The quarterback, the generational quarterback prospect, the can't miss kid, has not advanced throughout the season. I mean, there's just nothing good going on there. So if you were to try to make the case on Urban Meyer's behalf that, like, hey, this will turn around, you wouldn't see the proof.
And not even on that screen there. It was one of the transgressions that I know bothered the players, a lot of players that we've had in here, as much as anything, and that is not flying back with his team after a loss. The night that he wound up in that video with the woman in the bar, his team was back in Jacksonville after losing a game in Cincinnati, and he didn't travel with them. And every single player I've asked about that was enraged by that very idea. All of that said, so we understand, this has been a disaster. Now we pick up the pieces and go forward. Acho, I'm going to give you the first crack at this. They've got Trevor Lawrence there. He's supposed to become John Elway. Who's the right person for them to bring in? What do they need to do, and who do they need to have do it to try and get Trevor Lawrence where he has felt destined to eventually become?
Well, first, you need an offensive-minded coach who can help this young quarterback grow and thrive, number one. Number two, you need a coach with a little bit of experience. You don't need one of these coaches that came from college as next up-and-coming young prospect. Someone with experience. I've heard names thrown around like Byron Leftwich. Obviously, he has Jacksonville ties, but more than that, he has Super Bowl ties and great coaching ties and coaching Tom Brady to what he is and what he's still doing. I've heard that name. I've heard Jim Caldwell, another name, who's got experience and knows how to coach and has maturity. And last but not least, Trevor Lawrence has had to, for lack of better terms, be the manager and the coach of this football team. He needs someone with some integrity, some maturity, someone who can help lead an organization and that will help him thrive. You heard him say it best. Now we have clarity. This dark cloud that was over our organization is now gone. Bring a coach who can bring in a new horizon.
Yeah, Jim Caldwell's name came up here yesterday. Damian Woody mentioned it, and it makes a lot of sense when you consider how good some of his previous stops look now in the light of what's gone on in Detroit since he was there. He's a person who every single player who played for him, to my knowledge, loved him and respected him. And yes, there's Trevor Lawrence, who had to be the adult in the room as a rookie, which candidly is maybe the most damning thing we can think of to say about Urban Meyer. What direction do they need to go now, Nink?
Josh McDaniels, somebody.
Well, that's another name that'll come up. Yes,
that's somebody that has had a lot of success in the NFL. He's had a previous head coaching experience. I know it didn't work out the way that he would have liked, but having that experience, working with Tom Brady, Mac Jones, a young quarterback, have probably arguably the best rookie season that we've seen in a long time. he would be a great fit at coming into a place with a great offensive mind, having some leadership, being with Bill Belichick in the past. And I know there's a lot of people that say, well, the tree after they leave Bill isn't great, but Josh is a great coach, and he has a lot of experience.
Well, and Trevor Lawrence's presence makes it attractive. What, if anything, is it too soon to say we're hearing things yet about the next coach?
In terms of candidates,
Yeah.
a lot of speculative stuff, no question about that. I mean, look, you hear, Brian Daboll, who's done such a great job with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Doug Peterson, I think, is someone whose name is going to come up in this cycle. Those are offensive guys. You can hire a defensive guy if he's an overarching leader that can articulate a vision for the organization. But if you do that, you're going to want to know who's coming in to shepherd the development of Trevor Lawrence. It's an appealing job because of him.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.